What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Now let's get started. Right over here I have the Thermaltake Core P3 Tempered Glass White Snow Edition mid-tower case that in my opinion isn't even really a case at all in the sense that it doesn't encase or enclose anything. Rather, it's just a metal frame that you mount your hardware on, which actually happens to offer up some pretty cool advantages, but also some disadvantages at the same time. The Core P3 measures 512 millimeters high, 333 millimeters wide, and 470 millimeters deep, and weighs in at just over 11 kilograms or 25 pounds. Yeah, that's right. This is one heavy case. It may not look like it, but this thing is heavy, trust me. The Core P3 fully supports motherboards in ATX, Micro ATX, and Mini ITX form factors, and there's room to mount two 3.5 or 2.5 inch drives inside the main tower where they will be hidden and out of sight. And there's also the option to mount two 3.5 or three 2.5 inch drives externally if you want to. When it comes to cooling, it's really quite clear that Thermaltake had liquid cooling in mind when designing the case. They've included support for radiators up to 420 millimeters and also lots of room for pumps and reservoirs for custom water cooling loops. However, you can definitely still use an air cooler if that's your thing, and the maximum supported cooler height is 180 millimeters. When it comes to hardware installation with the Core P3, things are generally pretty straightforward. Power supplies up to 200 millimeters in length are pretty easy to attach using the included metal brackets that just screw on to the metal frame. Power cables can be routed through several different cutouts on the metal frame, some of which feature rubber grommets and some of which do not for some reason. But for all you hardcore cable management people out there, you'll be happy to know that once you get behind the motherboard tray, there's quite a bit of room back there for all of your cable management needs. One of the standout features of this case is the option to mount the graphics card on its side using an included PCI Express riser cable. This provides a unique view of the GPU's fans and cooling solution. Now, this is not a common feature that is found in most cases and therefore makes for a pretty awesome and unique looking PC build. And of course, if you'd prefer the traditional graphics card mounting orientation, Thermaltake has included a separate bracket for that as well. Once you've managed to get all of your hardware installed on this case, it really makes for an impressive looking build, especially once you put the finishing touch on it and attach that 5mm thick tempered glass side panel. In terms of connectivity, there are three USB 3.0 ports, two USB 2.0 ports, and an HD audio jack on what would typically be called the front panel of the case, along with the power and reset switches. Another feature that's pretty unique to this case is the ability to wall mount the whole thing. But if that interests you, just be aware that you're going to have to order some separate brackets from Thermaltake. Let's quickly discuss a few of the key advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, the biggest advantage to having an open frame case like this is the ability to easily access your components. So if you're somebody that likes to mess around with your computer and swap components a lot, this thing can make for a really nice setup. It's convenient, it's easy to use, and it looks awesome at the same time. So while I do consider the open frame design to be an advantage, it's also a disadvantage at the same time because your components are just right out in the open. They're exposed, they're going to collect dust, they're not really protected in any way. And I think most importantly, something to consider is noise. You don't have the top, sides, and bottom of the case to trap in any noise. So that's something to keep in mind when you consider components for a build in the Core P3 and also when designing fan speed curves. Overall, the Thermaltake Core P3 offers up a unique and practical design with a solid and heavy build quality that's likely to satisfy gamers, overclockers, and even some of the most hardcore hardware enthusiasts. At about $120 for the version that I have here, it's a great option for a high-end, impressive looking PC build. If you're interested in purchasing this case, or if you're just looking for more information, make sure you click the Amazon links right down here in the description of this video. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I would love for you to be a part of this community. And I will see you in the next video.